following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, welcome to the show. On today's episode, we have the wonderful Kirsten Manville. Thank you, Kirsten, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, Rosemarie.
Oh, you're very welcome. So, let's talk about your musical history.
All right.
When did you start?
Actually, my maternal grandfather put himself through medical school by being in big bands all around Boston. He was a clarinet and saxophone player. So when I was tiny, 2 and 3, he started to teach me scales on the piano. And I just kind of went from there. I started taking piano lessons and flute lessons, and all through school was involved in choirs and musical theater. And then when I went to college, decided to major in music, which I did, and I have a BA from Bowdoin College in music.
Wow, it's a fascinating, very early start.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. My grandfather was very adamant with his kids, my mom and her siblings, that they all have some sort of musical practice while they were growing up. And so my mom, when she saw my interest, kind of carried on that tradition.
Oh, you're very fortunate.
Yeah.
Very, very fortunate. So your first influences were family.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, certainly my grandfather liked to play a lot of the old standards that he was playing when he was in the big bands. And then my parents were both very into folk and 50s and 60s rock, and I heard a lot of that. And then when I was 8, I kind of discovered country music on my own, and I fell in love with that genre, and sort of became obsessed with learning about the history of Roy Acuff and Minnie Pearl and the Opry and all that. So just kind of went from there.
Wow. So what are you going to play for us today?
Well, I thought I'd start off with a song called Play My Guitar, which is the song that I open most of my shows with. It's kind of fun and light, but also talks about just how much I love music and how it started because I was procrastinating. You'll be able to tell that from the first verse. There's a lot of times I'd rather play my guitar than clean my house, but then it just kind of morphed into this idea that, you know, sometimes you need a little bit of an escape from life, and for me, music does that. So.
There's floors to wash, laundry to fold, food in the fridge that's pretty damn old, bills to pay and a lawn to mow, but I think I'll just play my guitar. I wonder about God and the meaning of life, all the shades of gray between black and white. This wondering could keep me up all night, but I think I'll just play my guitar. I think I'll sit here with my old 6-string and strum the day away. My worries and cares all disappear every time I play. Well, there's been broken hearts and broken dreams, days I don't fit in my favorite jeans, but nothing's ever as bad as it seems if I just play my guitar. I think I'll sit here with my old 6-string and strum the day away. My worries and cares all disappear every time I play. been broken hearts and broken dreams, days I don't fit in my favorite pair of jeans. But nothing's ever as bad as it seems if I just play my guitar. So I think I'll just play my guitar. Yeah, I think I'll just play my guitar.
So you're very active in the local community. You want to talk about some of your songwriting groups and
Sure. Yeah, I've been active in Nashville Songwriters Association International, which has a Massachusetts chapter. And I used to go, I don't get there as often now, but certainly over the last 10 years have been going to their once a month meetings. And they have kind of the first half of the meeting is either something about the music business or something about improving your songwriting, and the second half is critiquing. And then I also have another songwriting group that we get together once a month and critique songs that we're working on. And that's a huge help in the songwriting process. You can get so involved in your own songs, and in your head you really know what they're about and they're making total sense to you, but then as soon as you play them for someone else and they say, oh, I didn't really understand what you were doing there, I got lost in the story or whatever, it really allows you to take a step back and think, yeah, you want your listener to understand the point of the song, so it's helpful to have people that you trust give constructive criticism and feedback.
very nice. What song would you be playing next for us?
The next song I'm going to play is called The Simple Life, and that came out of a lot of my writing. I try to challenge myself in some way, and that came out of playing a show on a Saturday night, and at the end of it a woman came up to me and said, Kirsten, I just picture you sitting at home writing songs about flowers. And I thought to myself, I don't think I've ever done that, but okay. And so the next morning, the Sunday morning, I got up and thought, well, I'm going to put flowers, some sort of flowers in the first line of the song, and just kind of see what happens. And I chose daisies because they're my mom's favorite flower, so that's why daisies are in the song. And then I just kind of went from there, and this is what came out.
So why don't we take a minute and listen to Kirsten's song. What was the name of that again?
A Simple Life.
A Simple Life.
Jane's got a handful of daisies and her best jeans on. Joe shined up his old truck, turned the radio to her favorite song. They'll drive down to the lake and park underneath the stars. They'll make a little love and fall asleep in each other's arms. Ooh. Swiped a pack of smokes from his old man's hidden stash. He's meeting Jim and Mike down by the railroad tracks. They'll tell stupid jokes, talk about girls they'll never kiss. Just 15 years old, trying to figure out what love is. Ooh. Small town on a Friday night, everybody's passing time. We don't ask for much, some conversation and a little love. We're all doing the best we can, looking for a little peace of mind. But sometimes it's complicated, trying to live a simple life. Sue puts the kids to bed and pours herself a cup of tea. She folds the laundry, does the dishes, and turns on the TV. She's curled up on the couch with a blanket and the cat. Her best friend Jamie calls and she settles in for a long chat. Ooh, ooh. A small town on a Friday night, everybody's passing time. We don't ask for much, some conversation and a little love. We're all doing the best we can, looking for a little peace of mind. But sometimes it's complicated, trying to live a simple life. Jane kisses Joe goodnight and never tells him she's 2 weeks late. John wonders if Jim and Mike realize it was a year ago today. They buried his sister, yeah, cancer, won that fight. And Sue waits for her husband to stumble in like he does every night. Ooh. We're all doing the best we can, looking for a little peace of mind. But sometimes it's complicated, trying to live a simple life. A simple life. It's complicated.
Wow, that was really fantastic.
Thank you.
It was really nice to hear.
Thank you very much.
So, are you working on a CD project in the present?
Not currently. I'm doing a lot of writing right now, and hopefully we'll be able to go back in the studio probably in about a year or so is what I'm thinking, maybe not quite a year, to work on another CD. I like to have a good, for a 10-song CD, I like to have at least double that to choose from for songs. So I'm in the process of trying to get a lot of songs completed.
And will this be a solo project?
Yes. As you know, I am part of a duo also with Dave Simmons, and he and I might go back into the studio earlier than that to do a smaller EP project, but I do plan to do another solo CD, like I said, probably in a year or so.
So you co-write the songs with Dave?
No, well, sometimes, but normally what Dave and I do is I'll write something and he'll write something, and then we kind of bring it to each other and arrange the songs together to sort of get the sound that we're going for. But normally we write on our own. There has been 2 or 3 songs that we've actually written together, but for the most part we each do our own writing and then come together with the arrangement.
Well, let's talk about your CD. We have Kirsten's CD that she has played A Simple Life from. So what song do you have coming up for us next?
Next I have a song called Can't Fool My Heart, which is kind of an old-timey cowboy waltz. And it's a lot of people's favorite from the CD. I get a lot of good feedback about it. It's just kind of a sad, trying to get over someone broken heart song, but it's one that people seem to like.
All right, well, would you play it for us now?
I sure would.
All right, thank you.
I ordered wash your memory away. One round clears you right from my mind, fooling my head that I'm okay. And I've left your love behind, but I can't fool my heart. It's gonna take more than water and scotch to stop me loving you. No matter what I try, my heart won't buy the lie, and I still fall apart. No, I can't fool my heart. He asked me to dance, and I said yes. And I hold him close like it's love, fooled by his warmth and soft caress, that I don't long for your touch, but I can't fool my heart. It's gonna take more than some cowboy's arms to stop me loving you. No matter what I try, my heart won't buy the lie, and I still fall apart. No, I can't fool my heart. I can't fool my heart. It's gonna take more than cowboys and scotch to stop me loving you. No matter what I try, my heart won't buy the lie, and I still fall apart. No, I can't fool my heart. No, I can't fool my heart.
Well, I can see why people like that one. That was really fun.
Yeah, it's and I have a lot of fun playing it. It's a easy song to get lost in, which is nice.
Yeah. So tell me about the open mics that you run.
So the open mic that I'm most involved in is one at the Walnut Street Cafe in Lynn, Massachusetts. The open mic is every Sunday night, and I host the second Sunday of the month.
Okay.
The format is that we have, the open mic sign-up list, but then we also have a featured performer, as you know, because you've been a featured performer
right.
there.
Thanks to you.
Which is a lot of fun to have you come and play a set.
Oh, thank you.
So, and then I'm also involved in another open mic in Melrose, which is the fourth Wednesday of the month at the Beebe Estate, called the Out Loud Open Mic. And that has a lot of poetry and prose, including, in addition to music, which is kind of nice to get that mixture. And the other nice thing about it is that it's totally acoustic. It's just kind of a small room.
So no amplification
no
at all?
No amplification at all.
Okay.
Yeah, you just kind of get up there and either with your poetry and read, or with your guitar and your voice and play and sing. So it's a very informal, low-key experience, which is really really different than what most people are used to when they're performing.
And are you involved as an organizer? Or?
I am. I'm on the quote board of directors of that open mic, and I'm in charge of the email list and thinking about who. They also have a feature performer every week, so thinking about who to book for the feature performer and that kind of thing. So, and just any other businessy decisions that we have to make. We do pay a little bit of rent to the space that it's held in, so making sure that we have the funds to do that either through a grant or donations or whatever.
I see. Wow. I'll have to check that out one
Yeah,
of these nights.
you should come down, definitely.
So what song do you have coming up for us next?
The final song is called Who Wants to Know?
Okay.
And it's a little bit more of a, on the rock side of the folk rock kind of music I do. It was inspired by experiences that I had a number of years ago when I was playing bars and restaurants and those types of gigs where it was late at night, and I don't know, sometimes I'd overhear things or get funny looks from people. I think some people just kind of were like, what is she doing here exactly playing? This doesn't seem like
Her thing.
yeah, or the thing that some, especially when I was in my 20s, that some young woman should be here doing. So that's kind of where the lyrics to the song came from.
I see. All right, well, let's take a listen to that.
Well, I play my guitar in this bar late at night, and I like to show a little skin and wear my jeans a little tight. And I overheard you say I'm wasting my life. Yeah, I heard you say I can't be doing alright. But hey, I'm just fine. Thank you, and hey, I'm getting back. Thank you, and who wants to know anyway? Yeah, who wants to know anyway? No, I'm not married, and no, I don't have kids, but I can tell you'd feel better if I was and did. 'Cause he came with you and now he wants to take me home. But don't worry, if I want a man, I can find one of my own. And hey, I'm just fine. Thank you, and hey, I'm getting back. Thank you, and who wants to know anyway? Yeah, who wants to know anyway? Who wants to know, who do you think you are? The lives we lead might be worlds apart, but that don't mean I'm any worse off than you are, than you are. Well, your words say more about you than they do me. Or your judgments hide in your own misery. 'Cause I'm just living and following my dream. And I don't remember asking, what do you think? And hey, I'm just fine. Thank you, and hey, I'm getting back. Thank you, and hey,
Kirsten, that was fantastic. Another fantastic performance. Thank you for playing that for us.
Thank you, Rosemary. That was fun.
All right, so why don't you tell us what you have coming up next in your musical life?
I actually am heading to New York
You
this
are?
month. Yeah, I have a show in Greenwich, New York, which is just outside of Saratoga Springs, right
Okay.
in the Saratoga Springs area. It's myself and two other songwriters, female songwriters, and they're kind of billing it as a evening of story and song by women songwriters. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's on October 17th,
Okay.
and I haven't met either of the other two songwriters, so I'm looking forward to meeting them and getting to know them a little bit. And I'm also excited to bring my music to the Saratoga Springs area. I haven't been out there to play a show yet, so that'll be great.
Wow. So would you tell our viewers how they could find you and reach out to you if they want to hear more?
Sure. You can find me at www.kirstenmanville.com, and anything else that you would need is on that website. If you're a Facebook person, you can find the link to my Facebook page or my Reverb Nation page. And if you want to email me, I'm just Kirsten@kirstenmanville.com.
Well, it was a lot of fun to have you on the show today. I really appreciate it, and I hope to have you back.
Thanks, Rosemary. I had a great time. This has been a lot of fun for me, too.
And the next time you come, we're going to do something together.
We're definitely going to do something together. We're going
Awesome.
to make sure that happens.
Fantastic. Well, I want to just say another thank you to Kirsten for coming on the show, and tune in next time.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.